AMIkids has empowered our youth by helping them discover their full potential while guiding them on their paths to a positive future. But exactly what does that look like? Well, we're going to welcome Maria Przybylski, the Executive Director. Welcome back to First Coast Living. Good to see you in person.
Thank you for having me. Last time I was here, we were on Zoom, so I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Mike.
You're so much nicer seeing you in person for sure. And it's been a delight. And you and I were singing before the show, AMIkids, because we have a lot to be excited about. Tell us exactly what you do.
So AMIkids is a prevention program for 44 boys at a time. We have 44 slots. We get referrals from the school district for those boys that are not doing well in regular school. Either they're truant or they have behavior issues and they're not working out. So we take them on and we have them for over a year to 15 months. That's what our contract indicates. And we try to help them pinpoint why they're not successful, and then they become successful once they're done and they go through our program, and then they go back to regular school. All the credits count in education. It's a behavior modification program as well, so we chip away at whatever happens when they get in trouble, and we build on their self-esteem. And
you're giving these kids opportunities they've never had, that show them a different world out there that they may not have realized. You have special trips you set up as well?
Yes. AMI is a huge organization, and what we have throughout the year, we have a diving trip to the Keys in July. We have summer challenge events where we compete with each other athletically as well as educationally, and then we have whitewater rafting trips, and we have trips to Tampa called the Floating Classroom, where they learn more about marine life. So we do a lot more hands-on work with them, and they thrive when they come to our school.
When you say hands-on work, it's so important. A lot of these kids, really good kids, and they've just had maybe an experience of bullying and it set them on the wrong path, but you get them back on track by spending that needed time with them.
That's
Talk
right.
about that.
So one-on-one time is important. At our school, we have 2 case managers. We have behavior modification, they call them BIs, they work with the behaviors, but we have career readiness program that we have there. We teach them OSHA certificate they could earn their food handler certificate, we teach them how to write resumes, but the biggest part of this is I'm allowed to do any kind of field trip that will help enhance their education and their growth as to what's out there for them.
Amazing.
So by the time they leave our school, instead of they go in the way of trouble, what they do is they work on goal setting and becoming positive entities of the community, and that's what we want. So we have 3 graduations, June, August, and December on semester break. They go back to regular school and they thrive. By the time they leave us, they've all been reconstructed in a way where they have goals and they're positive.
Wonderful news. And you know, AMIkids was a proud recipient of the Tegna Grant.
Yes,
so
we
that's
are.
some good news. So tell us how that's helped with your mission.
So this year we got $2,800 from Tegna, which is phenomenal because we are a small nonprofit, and so the money we get is tremendous. So technology, computer-based learning is what they do sometimes, as well as teacher-based learning, but more computers, and then it'll help us on taking those trips with these kids. That is very important because once they take these trips, it's life-altering for them.
And hey, you know, talking about that Tegna Grant, putting the money to good use where the kids can use it, and you've gone from high school portables, I understand, to a whole new facility?
Yes, as everybody knows, Clay County is growing tremendously. So we started out in 5 little portables on the back of Clay High School. Grateful for the time that we spent there, but they grew and they needed that space back, and we needed to be more visible in the community. So we moved in. Valancourt Construction is a great partner of ours, and they got us connected with the city of Green Cove Springs, who have been phenomenal in renovating this building for us in Green Cove Springs. So we share that space with the pantry, which we volunteer there, as well as Head Start, where we volunteer there as well. And we're one big happy family in this beautifully renovated building.
Okay, well, wonderful. Maria, I can't thank you enough for being on our show and what you do for our kids in the community.
Thank you for having me, and I'm looking forward to meeting you again.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay. And of course, take another look at this segment on our website, and that's firstcoastliving.net.